Right. Okay. So for Women's Field Athlete of the Year, the finalists are Nafi Tiam, heptathlete,
Mm-hmm.
gold medalist at the Olympics,
Yeah.
and Yaroslava Mahuchik
Oh, she's gonna win
or
that. She broke the world
Mahukic.
record.
Right. Are you even surprised that Nafi TM was up for Field Athlete of the Year,
Yes.
the finalist? I'm a bit
Yeah.
confused. How did
Did she
she's
like break the record or something? I don't know what her
no
score was.
no
Mm.
I don't even know how she would have how this would have happened.
So who else would you put?
Big up the one in Invader Games. I would have definitely put Tara Davis in there. Um, and who else would I put? Oh, and I would have put
Did Tara win the Diamond League?
I don't know if she went to Diamond League final. Maybe
That could
that's
be a
why she
factor.
wasn't in it. But I mean,
Maybe.
maybe
It's
that
like
is
you
what it is.
it's like you vacated the title.
But well, actually, let's as we go through the rest of them, let's see if all these people are at the Diamond League final. But
Mm.
I think that from a standpoint of okay, before I go on, let me ask you this: do you think that it's important when you're choosing your award winners that you choose someone who is a big name in the sport, someone who can cross over commercially?
If they deserve it.
But I'm saying if you kind of inch a bit more towards if you're pushing because 75% of the vote is by World Athletics. So as far as what that means, 75% by World
Nah,
Athletics.
because they already have 25% from the fan vote, so that's gonna take care of that part.
I want to know, Doug. I think I need to look at how many likes Tara got on hers, man. Because the fans, I feel like she would have got a lot of fans, yo.
Let me
Tara
see.
on her post, shit. If she's not a finalist, she might have taken this shit down. Like, man, fuck this shit.
Nah, it's not petty like that. Damn, she got 1.1
Yeah,
million.
her post. Yeah, her post ain't there no more, dog. I think she took it down because she.
Did she ever accept it? Maybe she didn't accept it.
I don't know, but let me check back at World Athletics.
Maybe she's like, yo,
This
I'm
is
not
a
gonna win
new.
anyways because they're trying to get
Yeah,
my followers.
sorry, folks. This is a new discovery I've had, so I'm kind of doing this on the fly. I don't even, oh, here we go. Okay, so Tara. Nope. Okay, here we go. So Tara had 71.4 thousand likes.
Jeez.
Nafi TM had 11.3 thousand likes.
But
Okay.
when they post them, do they say their accolades, like what they did?
No.
That's what they need to
Um,
do.
Mahukic had 30.5 thousand likes.
That's the high jumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the two finalists. Not even close. Not even they don't even have half of her voting. TM didn't even. She's has a seventh of the voting. So fan voting, and the other person I had in mind here is yeah Valerie Alman's here. So Valerie Alman, she had 14.3, which is still more than
TM.
TM.
Yeah.
I'm just confused by the TM finalist pick. How did that happen? It's
I
not a
don't
fault
know.
against her, but I'm just saying for female field athlete of the year, how would you not have an Olympic champion in an actual personalized field event and
Okay.
arguably the biggest name on the field side, not only for women but also for men, the biggest? How is that? And
Okay.
she
Well,
has the most fan votes by
what do you
far.
think? What do you think should be factored in more? the fan vote and how popular you are, or your like almost lifetime achievement award? Because I saw someone that said that TM, this is her third consecutive Olympic gold. So maybe it's like a lifetime compilation of like, all right, you got all these accolades. You deserve to finally be up there for athlete of the year.
I hear that, but I don't think that's a strong enough stance.
That you think popularity matters more?
I think so. And the heptathlon is a very difficult event to do, but I don't think it should factor in as far as being a field athlete of the year unless you've done something stellar in one of the field events. There's not one field event that TM could have won. It's
Yeah,
not like
but
it's Jackie
it's
Joyner
the
Kersee who could
collective
have
event.
who
It's the
nah, but
event as
she's
a
still
whole.
doing other events. She's still doing hurdles. She's still doing the
Okay, but
200. She's
then
still
they'll
doing the
never win,
800.
bro. You're supposed to be
This is
like above
I don't think
average
this
at
is the
all.
category. I think this is just indicative of disrespect to the field events. Because
Why?
why would you squeeze in a heptathlete into the field athlete of the year if they're not an exceptional field athlete? I think the best of the best in specified field events, that should be a prerequisite for field athlete of the year. Why would you slip in a heptathlete? Can you imagine the heptathlete being slipped into to the track award? How would that happen? How would that
That
ever
is kind of
happen, dog?
crazy. Yeah, that is. I didn't. Yeah, they shouldn't be in there. But then who would they go up against if they're their own
Well, maybe they gotta make a new
multi-category?
category or something. I
Yeah,
mean,
but
but I
then
mean,
they're just competing against other
the gold
multis, and it's
medalist,
just whoever wins the gold.
I guess, is obviously going to win the multi
Yeah,
category, but they
then it's
shouldn't be up
just
for
kind of
field
stupid.
athlete of the year. I'm sorry, this is just another indication of how field events are kind of they just get in put in situations where they're just seen as less than. This could never
But
happen on
you're
the track
talking,
side.
but you're talking about popularity, and they popularity wise they are less than.
Popularity wise, I would say the events aren't prioritized,
Wait, did Athos
but I
have
would say that
field events?
no,
No, right?
they
Yeah,
pumped them
so
too.
Grand
Yeah,
Slam and Athos both don't have it.
I know they'd be getting punked. I had Will Clay on the show. We
Getting
were
pushed
talking
out,
about
bro.
it. Yeah, they got pushed, but they shouldn't be because I think Tara is probably one of the biggest show persons in the sport.
Yeah.
I think that's a factor. I don't know. I think that this is very weird. But anyways, I digress. Did I use that right? I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
I've never said that before in my life. Caught live.
That's what happens when you get
Uh,
on live with me. You know, you want to step up your vernacular, dog.
don't
You're not
do
trying to
that.
hold your weight.
You are a dictionary guy, though. I remember that about you. Okay, now the male field athlete of the year. So I think it's pretty. Look at Mahukic better win this. That's all I'm saying. Before I
Yeah.
move on to the bed, because
Yeah.
TM shouldn't be a finalist in my opinion. Not a knock on her and her accomplishments. This
Hmm.
category is not for her. I almost feel like this is a mistake. Was this a
Yeah.
mistake?
It's kind of weird.
I'm confused. Okay, on the men's side for field athlete of the year, we have Mondo Duplantis
Stop it
and
right there.
Miltos Di
It's over.
Tentaglu.
It's over. Shout out to
I
Ethan
don't
though.
know, man.
Who?
Tentaglu's that guy does his thing. Yeah, I think Mondo's gonna win. I do think Mondo's gonna win.
You think? Come on, that's a lock.
Mondo's gonna win. Mondo deserves that. Come on.
Man even went outside and did a side quest and won the
He did.
100.
Mondo covers all the bases.
Just to
He covers all
let
the
y'all
bases.
know, I don't just do this like pole vault thing. Stop it. It's Mondo in a landslide.
Yeah, Mondo will win that. And he should.
Yeah.
Let me see what his fan voting was like.
40 bands.
You looking at it?
Yeah.
So check this. You go on. You look at the individual posts, so I don't have to keep on going back and forth, and I'll just go through them because I want to
All
know.
right.
At the end, I want to know who had the most. So he had 40.
Okay. Yeah. Ethan had 8,900.
Mhm.
Jordan Diaz, the triple jumper, had 7,000.
Mhm.
Tintegalu had 22K.
Hmm.
Krauser had 9,600, and then Mondo
Damn.
had 40. So
Under 40.
yeah,
Damn, Krauser only had 9K, huh?
yeah,
And
that's
we
crazy.
said that Tara had 40K, right?
No, she had 70,
Tara had 70K.
71.
Tara had 71K. Okay.
She might have been the
All right.
most.
So I think we'll see. We'll see. We'll see these track athletes first though. So for female track athlete of the year, it comes down to Julian Alfred and Sydney
30K.
McLaughlin.
Sydney 61.
Okay. Sydney 61. Hmm.
Yep. Gabby 44.
Hmm.
Chibet 11. Paulino had 71.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Paulino had 71?
Yeah. And then Faith had 18.
Faith had 18.
Yeah, how many followers does Paulino have? Oh, 500K.
That's
Okay.
big. You know what? She's an enormous name in her country. I think
She gotta be.
I think that's a
Yo,
big
she's
fact.
nice, bro. I don't know why you don't
She
rate
is.
her.
I rate no. See, this is the
48-1,
problem.
bro. Dog.
I rate Paulino a lot. Okay. I just don't think she could beat Sydney. That's not
Even though she already
disrespectful.
has.
It was one race, Richard.
Bro,
Have you
how
not
many
lost
people
one
can say
race
they
to
beat?
somebody
I'm not Sydney McLaughlin. How many people can say they beat Sydney in this planet?
in the 400?
In anything?
Well, I think in 400 specifically,
Yeah, who?
she hadn't ran it, dog. It's not like it was her event, dog.
She's
Come
run
on.
it. She ran it in New York the past 2 years.
Yeah, and if Paulino was there, she would have gotten dealt with.
She didn't run
With.
faster than Paulino. Paulino's
You're acting
done
like
this.
Paulino ran 48-1 on her. When Paulino beat her, she didn't
No,
run that fast,
she would
dog.
have if she was in the race.
No, I think I'm pretty sure that at the
Anyway,
end of the year, Sydney had the fastest time of the year without even going to Worlds.
no, she didn't.
In 2023, I think she did, dog. I'm pretty sure she did.
No, Paulino went 48 like 5 or something like that.
Yeah, and I think Sydney went 48-4.
Her PR is 48.7, bro. She
Sydney's?
hasn't even. Yeah, she hasn't broken Sonia's American record. They talk about it every single time, and it's 48.70.
You're right. You're right. Okay, but as far as Paulino, I don't think that.
She ran like 48.6
Yeah,
or something, or 48.5 last year. That's you
yeah,
got
she
to
ran
do
the
your
400
homework,
like
bro. That's why
twice,
you don't
dog.
respect her.
No, I know this. Okay, without doing the homework, I know Sydney ran way less 400s.
Obviously, it's not her event.
Right. So obviously, Paulino is going to have a chance to have run faster, especially if she runs it at the championships.
This is what we're going with now.
Look at man, just keep it simple. Grand Slam track, make it happen, and we can just silence everybody because when they run the same amount of races, I don't see how she's going to beat Sydney, and that's not disrespect to her. I think I rate her. Paulino's good, yeah.
It's good.
And obviously, her country loves her. That's a lot of votes.
It is.
Okay. So I think that who's going to win between Sydney and Julian Alfred for female
Sydney.
track athlete of the year?
Sydney.
Sydney, huh?
Bro, it's
Let me
hard to
ask you a
compete
question.
with a world record, bro. And she broke it twice, didn't she?
Yeah.
And she didn't lose.
Yeah.
Like, as great as Julian was, like, it's hard. It's hard, bro.
Yeah. You know, that's
The fact that she got top 2 though is an accomplishment.
it's big.
Yeah,
It's big. It's really big.
because no one saw that
Yeah,
coming into the year.
she should be happy about that. But I do feel like I do think Sydney's gonna win.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. We're gonna chat just so y'all know. We're gonna talk. We're coming up to got about 17 minutes left till the 2-hour mark. We're gonna aim to cut off at the 2-hour mark. Do you think that Nah, I won't ask you this because this is too long of a discussion. It's too long of a discussion. We'll talk about it offline. Sorry for raising the anticipation chat. We gotta stick to what we're doing. Okay.
Yo, whoever Vader Games
Um,
is, tell him I'm not in base training yet. He said I don't look tired enough for
Vader
base training
Games.
season.
Vader Games he's an Olympian back in the day for Canada in the hurdles, and also
Oh,
is
jeez,
the former Nike Canada rep.
for
You
real?
know him.
I
You
do.
know him, Doc. Yeah, I'm not gonna
What's
say
this
his
guy?
government name, but you know him.
Oh, okay.
But he was around when you hadn't signed with Nike yet, but you would have been on his radar. He was still around when you were just coming out of no, when you just started at USC, probably. Black dude, glasses.
I
If you
mean,
saw him, you'd be like, "Oh, this cat, yeah." But
yeah.
he was the Nike Canada Nike running rep.
You know, someone said that Tara didn't have the longest jump of the season. That's why.
That's a bad reason. That's a really bad reason.
I mean, and
They
then
got to do better
TM
than that.
said, yeah, TM 3 in a row. I think they're giving it to her because of the narrative.
But
3 Olympic
why in
goals
the
is crazy.
field? Why in the field?
Someone
Women's
else said
field
that there's
track.
more field events in the heptathlon than track.
So they're not
So this
doing it
counts
at the
more.
level. They're not
I
doing it
mean,
at
they
the
got to be
level
in
of people who
something.
specialize.
Yeah, but they got to be in something.
Nah, man. I think that's a snub, man. I don't know if Tara
Um,
should have won the whole thing because Mahukic is it Mahukic or Mahuchik?
I don't know, but she's
It's one
nice.
of the two. Yeah, she was killing it. So I feel like she would have won anyways and
Yeah.
deservingly. But as far as a finalist, you got to give it to it. A finalist should be a champion in a specified event, most cases,
I
or have the
mean,
best in the
Mel
world. If
got
not
to
the
get
best in the
love
world, they should be
somewhere,
the
you know?
champion. I don't know, man. But anyways,
All right.
male track athlete of the year. Oh,
Okay.
you're gonna give me some information?
Yeah, you got Rye,
Uh-huh.
9,000. Noah, 53,000.
Whoa.
Jakob, 26,000.
Hmm.
Taboho, 60 bands.
Mm.
Wanyoni, 13K. And then Grant, 19K.
Hmm.
So Taboga had more than Noah.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, the finalists are Jakob Ingebrigtsen and Leslie Taboho.
Yeah.
Are you surprised Noah isn't a finalist?
No. Only because Taboho actually ran the Diamond League circuit, and I know that's a factor for them. So how you're saying like popularity matters, I think they want to reward people who actually participate in more events. And I think the only
Mm.
Diamond League that Noah ran was London in the 100 and didn't run the
Mm.
finals. Like Taboho, he didn't win the finals, which I don't know if that hurts him or not, but like he went crazy after. Like he ran what 19.5 in Zurich? Yeah, because him and Kenny both went 19.5. He
Mm.
ran 9.8, like clowning around. What race was that? Poland?
So yeah, I believe so.
One of those
I believe
races.
so. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, he was doing his thing, and up until he lost in Brussels, he looked like the best sprinter in the world.
He was doing both. He was doing the one and the two.
Yeah,
So he definitely belongs there. Now,
yeah,
whether or not Jakob belongs there is that's a fair
because he
discussion.
got fourth. But I think he broke a world record in an event.
He broke a world record, I believe, it was the 2000 or something like that, or the one. It was an obscure event. Was it the
Yeah,
2000 or what?
still a world record though.
I can't remember.
Taboho broke the
Chat,
world
let me
record
know what
too.
world record he broke.
Taboho,
Who did?
remember? Taboho, he won the 300 world record.
300. Yes. I think Lecia belongs there. He had a phenomenal season.
Yeah, and
I
the
don't
four by
think
four went crazy on that.
I think Grant
he
deserves to be here. I would have put Grant
Jakob.
ahead of Ingebrigtsen. Yeah, I would have.
It's an
He's
argument.
he runs
It's
on
an
the circuit
argument.
all the time, and he's dominant.
And I saw Grant comment. He said GG's when they announced it was the final two.
Did Grant have a lot less fan votes than Jakob? If you could tell me again.
Not a lot less. Hold on. I know Grant had 19.9 and Jakob had 26.4.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Okay.
uh,
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Um, I shouldn't say unfortunate, but I think that I don't think, in my opinion, Grant should have been there instead of Jakob. Not a knock on Jakob, but I feel like Jakob has had some better seasons in the past. This wasn't even
like,
necessarily one of his better seasons, and Grant's
yeah.
had a great season. Grant has all the titles now. Became an Olympic champion. Um, he really didn't lose that much on the circuit this year. He still has his indoor streak going.
Mhm.
He runs on the circuit a lot.
Did he go
He's
to
a
World
showman.
Indoors? Did he win that?
Did he go to World Indoors? No,
He did.
no, he didn't go to World Indoors.
Uh,
No, he didn't go to World Indoors. Um. So yeah, I think that Grant might be feel a little bit of ways about that. I could be wrong. He should. Maybe he doesn't. But
Someone said Jakob broke
yeah.
the world record. 3K world record. Wait, what? Women's.
Legendary Daniel Daniel Women's 3K world record. What?
The hell does that mean?
Oh, I think he's saying because the 3K is really a women's event, but I think the men ran it. I think that's what he broke. That's what I was saying. It was
Uh,
something obscure.
uh,
Yeah, something obscure. So okay, I guess I understand why Noah wasn't a finalist, but I do think that um, Grant deserved that. I
mm.
think Lesile is going to win that. Lesile should win this. If Lesile
Yeah,
doesn't win this is a real problem.
yeah, he's gonna win that.
He better win that.
I mean, look at the
It's going to
likes.
be
I
a
think
real
that's
problem if he
that's
doesn't win
pretty a pretty good indicator. No,
that. I don't think so. There's not
why
really a
not?
clear distinction of what. Even now that I'm thinking about as far as running on the Diamond League a lot. Remember, we just finished talking about how CD didn't run no Diamond Leagues. She's a finalist. She'll probably win.
Yeah, but she
So
broke the world record.
oh well, yeah, true. Maybe that's the silencer. Moving along. Uh, this is a new category, I think. The out of stadium athlete of the year. I think that's
That's
for
the road.
marathoners.
Oh, I thought we were done. You know, all this used to be just men and women though until last year.
Yeah,
Like all of them were in the same thing,
yeah. What you think
and
about
now they
that?
broke it. I think it's better to break it up because how do
Hmm.
you rank a road world record versus like the track versus the field? Like it's just it's hard to categorize that.
Yeah.
But the way that they broke it
Oh,
up last year was crazy because they didn't know they were breaking up until they announced the winners.
right.
That
And
was
that
a
was
cop out.
madness.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was terrible.
Noah was pissed about that.
I would be too.
I would have been too. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Um. So yeah, that's coming out of stadium. Is coming down to Sifan Hassan and I don't want to butcher this name, but it probably will. Ruth Chip Cheptegich.
Chip Chip Gittich.
This is why
All
I
right.
hate seeing people complain about their name being pronounced wrong because a lot of names get butchered at track and field. Look at this. Come on. And I apologize, but there's some names that we're just not going to be able to pronounce properly without
All
practice.
right. Ruth has 5 bands. Satumi has 2,000.
Hmm.
Uh, Tidjis has 2,700. Sifan has 28K, and
Whoa.
then
I like her,
Agnes
man.
has 4,600. So
Okay. I think Hassan's going to win that anyways.
yeah.
All in the game just said that there's still going to be an overall winner this year.
So who's in the finals for that?
I'm going to get to that in a second. I'll go through. We don't have to do the voting for the out of stadium men's because we're coming down to time anyways. Out of stadium male athlete of the year is coming down to um, Tamarat Tola and Brian Pintado. I'm not sure. Is this including race walkers?
I think so. Wasn't that out of
Oh,
stadium?
okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah. That is out of the stadium. So yeah. Okay. So as
Oh,
far
I
as the
see the
overall,
overall winners.
yeah,
I
yeah,
see
yeah.
them. It's gonna be
So
Mondo and it's gonna be Sydney.
you
That's
think
easy.
Mondo and Sydney?
Of course.
Um, I think I think that I think Letsile has a shot, man.
Over Mondo?
Yeah, I think Letsile
Nah.
has a shot
Nah.
because we're going season by season, right? It's how many times Mondo break the world record last year?
I don't know. Like every freaking time he jumped. Had to be at least 3 times, bro.
So is it
And he
only
broke it
based
indoor
on world
too.
record? Is it only going to be based on you
I mean, what
know?
else can he do? He's
Well,
winning
some
everything.
people some people overcome odds. Some people win races that they weren't expected to. Some people have breakout seasons.
Okay.
Um, I don't know. I think per year there should be more factors than just okay, the guy who is expecting to win to just be winning some more. I don't know what
Yeah,
Mondo could
but
do
now we're
because he's
getting into
doing
the,
everything he
the
can.
we're getting into the LeBron and Jordan effect, where LeBron and Jordan couldn't win MVP every year, but people got tired of it and wanted something different. So I feel like that's happening with Mondo.
That could be happening with him.
But I
And
don't think they're gonna do that. I think they are gonna give it to him.
I don't know, man. I think breakout seasons matter.
Over
I think breakout
just
seasons matter.
dominance.
But he there was sections of dominance for Tobago,
Come on.
and in a much more and look at he's in a much more competitive event.
Yeah, true.
He has more chance of to lose. Mondo's expected to win every single time. No one's near Mondo. I think that's a problem. He doesn't have actual competitor.
But how do you fault him
Tobago's
for
beating
that?
competitors all the time.
But it's
You
the
can't
same thing for
necessarily
Sydney
fault
then.
them, but it's
Why
not. You
why
can't
why
fault
not give
them.
it to Julian over Sydney? It's the same thing.
I think there's an argument there,
I mean, no one's
but
in the frame with Sydney.
Sydney runs so many different events too. That's the thing, where she is challenged by people who are supposed to be better than her, but she still finds a way.
Okay, there's one like
Generational talent
okay.
competes and
Jeez.
defeats all challengers in whatever venue.
Except for
The
Polini.
athletes don't come along. They don't come along very often, and she's definitely doing her thing.
So okay, well then what do
Generational
you think
talent.
Mondo is? What do you think Mondo is?
Well, I think Mono's very good in the pole vault, and I think he's
And that's
dominant in
what
the
we're
pole vault.
talking
And
about.
I think no one's close to him in the pole vault. And I don't think anyone can compete against him in the pole vault. I think it's a factor if you're just way better than everyone else and you're not challenged. I think when you it's not a fault against Mondo. It's more of a reward to people who are actually having to battle through uh, competitors that have a chance to beat them. It's not his fault, but I think that there should be a reward for people who actually have to overcome. And I think Leslie had to overcome a lot. A lot. I think that's a
I
factor,
don't
man.
see it. I see him
Julian,
winning track athlete of the year, but I don't see him beating Mondo, bro.
I think there's an argument there, man. I think breakout seasons should matter. What do y'all think, chat?
I mean, it does matter. He's in the category.
I think I'm going to clip that. I'm going to clip that to make to get some people to actually discuss this, because I think that not every event. I'm not saying it's easy to break the pole vault world record, but there's certain events where the world record's more challenging.
Yeah.
And Mondo's, the ease of what he's doing might be working against him.
He's
And as
breaking it,
far as this is concerned,
but he's breaking it at will. Like the way Sydney breaks it, he breaks it at will. That's just
it's
goat talk.
impressive.
Like, yeah.
But I don't know if it warrants winning athlete of the year.
What?
You know what?
That's crazy.
This is how okay. We'll talk about. We're gonna go a bit over the 2 hours, but we'll talk about the male. Well, no, we already spoke about that. But as we go off, let's just talk about what you think the factors should be to win the overall athlete of the year, and I'll talk about what I think should be the factors for the overall athlete of the year.
Okay. For me, a world record is probably at the top. Like, you've shown that you're the greatest ever, so it's a moment. I think your record, so being undefeated obviously helps. Winning at the highest level, so winning the Olympics, you got to do that. And then like storyline, like were you generational so that like when you look back at 2024, is your season memorable? Will people look back like that was like a moment? And I think he has plenty of moments this year. Like it's just there's no way I could bet against him, bro. Like he checks all the boxes.
Okay, fair. I think that All in the Game, that's a good point. I do know this. All in the Game is just reminding us that Mondo's won it twice already.
Yeah, so it's like I said, the LeBron and Jordan factor, where you just don't want to give it to him again.
Potentially, but what I'm saying is that doesn't even take that into account. I think the most important factor is you know what? I don't know what the most important factor is. It's not the world record though. That's not the world record. I think that overall it has to be a complete package of things. So I can't prioritize them. So I will say setting a world record would come into play. Yes, I wouldn't say it's the top though. I think that winning when you weren't expected to is a big one. I think rising to the top is a big factor. I think consistency is a big factor. I think that versatility is a big factor. I think popularity is a big factor. And
why is versatility a big factor?
Because for one, people can see you in a bunch of different things. For two, it just shows the type of prowess you have as an athlete, being able to do multiple different things. And to have success in multiple different events in one season is very impressive.
If I had to nitpick, then yeah,
very impressive.
But if you go for someone like who's perfect, like Mondo or Sydney in the 400 hurdles, versus someone who is really good in two different events, but not the best, I'm going to go with the guy who's perfect.
I don't think I would. Because I think
the high jumper girl might have a case because she broke the record too, and I don't think she lost. She might have a case against Sydney.
When you're that dominant, is it not easier?
I'm not going to fault you
take
for
the
that,
ease factor in. No, but I think we should. I think for an award like this, it's not a fault. It's just rewarding people who actually had to overcome. Don't be so defensive.
Hold on. By your logic, then LeBron should be better
these
than
people.
LeBron should be better than Jordan. LeBron should be better than Jordan then, because Jordan was so far ahead of everybody in his era. Is the ease factor.
No. Jordan had to overcome a lot. Jordan had to
overcome what? What? In the 90s, who would he overcome?
Magic,
He was just
Bird.
dominating everybody.
Um, no, he's
He had the
dominating
best team, the best coach,
legends.
the best rebounder,
What are
the
you
best
talking about? Okay, we're not doing
best
this tonight, Aaron. Aaron, we're
Rodman.
not doing this.
Pippen.
We're not doing this tonight, man. Just let's not do this. Look, I'm just saying, Mondo hasn't really been tested this year,
But no one can test
and
him.
I've seen exactly, but I've seen Tobogo overcome a lot of tests.
Okay.
I think
But what did he get in the 100?
that's
Wasn't he like
a factor.
sixth,
He came fifth.
fifth? Was he fifth?
It's a very competitive final.
I thought
I
Jacobs
think
was fifth.
I thought Jacobs was sixth.
Jacobs
I don't
went
think Jacobs beat
85.
Tobogo.
I think he did. Jacobs went 85. And that's
Yeah.
faster than Taboho's PR. I think Taboho was sixth, Kenny was seventh, and then
Paris.
Jamaican was 8. Yeah, someone said
Let's see.
Jacobs 5th, Taboho 6th.
Yeah, 1 sec. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 6,986. God damn.
That was a
crazy.
gutsy pick by me. I picked Marcel for a medal. That was gutsy. You guys don't have guts with your picks, man. I know he didn't get top 3, but I want some apologies from people because y'all laughed at that.
That's a good pick, yo. He showed up.
But yeah, Tobogo came 6th. Yeah, 986.
Yeah. And he lost to Kenny at the Diamond League final.
But he won a gold medal.
Yeah, so did Mondo.
Yeah, but Mondo wasn't a factor in any other event. I
mean,
this is a very
can't fault
close
him
race.
for that, though.
This is a very close race. He was in contention to win this race, technically. Tobogo.
I'm not gonna give him that, dog. Stop it.
986 to 979. Bridget,
Okay, when you're talking about the
981, 982, 985, 986, 988, 991.
okay, by that logic,
battle,
then all of them were in contention to win it. Literally the whole field, 1 through 8.
Yeah.
So
I
you're not
agree.
getting
So all
credit
of
for
them were in
that for
contention.
just
But
lining up.
then he was in contention for that and then went and won a gold in the deuce.
Yeah, but we have to nitpick when we're talking about the best, and you're going against the literal goats of an event.
I'm a nitpick. I'm a nitpick. Mondo has it too easy right now. For him not being tested makes it less impressive, unfortunately.
Okay.
Not seeing him have to overcome and battle with someone and have to battle with the threat of losing and someone actually testing his.
Look, I get it. And if
someone putting
Tobogo,
pressure on him, dog.
If Tobogo at least medaled in the 100, I'd be like, all right, I can go that. Like, if he at least kept it close. But you have to be damn near like flawless when someone's that good in one event.
I hear that.
I mean, you have to nitpick. Like, both of them had amazing seasons.
Yeah.
But he didn't win the Diamond League final.
We are nitpicking. But he didn't win it, and a few people didn't win it.
So wait, who do you have for the women then? Who do you have for the women?
For the women,
because you can't have Sydney then. It's too easy.
No, but Sydney does multiple events, dog. Sydney showed that she was capable in the 400. She was capable at 200. She was beating people in all kinds of events. She decided to run the 4 hurdles. She could have easily ran 400 at the Olympics and arguably would have won. So she's someone who could have arguably won. She arguably could have won. There's an argument in the 2, the 4, and the 4 hurdles that she would have won or at least medaled in all those events.
Mondo beat Karsten in the 100.
Oh my gosh. Let's not do this, man. Let's not do this, man.
Okay, but field events, aside from like long jump and triple jump, they all specialize.
They all specialize, but it's not the specialization. It's the fact that it's the specializing also, and also the fact that he's not being tested. It's not only the specializing. If Mondo had say Sam Hendricks came out and beat Mondo this year, won the Olympics.
That helps his case. Maybe didn't even break a world record.
I'd be more inclined to pick Sam because he beat the world record holder and he wasn't expected to win. He was obviously under pressure. He had to overcome something.
Hmm.
I'd be more inclined to choose him for something like this. It's not saying
Okay.
that Mondo's a phenomenal athlete. I'm just talking about as far as winning the award. I think more should come into it than just breaking the world record and being dominant when you're not being tested. That's all I'm saying.
So wait, you didn't answer the question. Who's your woman pick?
It's Sydney. The women's pick is Sydney.
All
It's
right.
Sydney. But
So why not? Why
for
not
all
the
those
high jump
factors,
girl?
though, you know what? If she won, I wouldn't be mad. It's not a situation where it's like, no, she definitely shouldn't win.
But she's
It's
closer to the
just,
competition than Sydney is. She's getting tested more than Sydney.
yeah, I agree. But I just think that
You
Sydney's shown
just love
prowess in
Sydney,
multiple
dog.
events. I think it's a big deal when you can choose what event you want to medal in at the Olympics.
But she didn't do it, so we can't give her that credit yet.
She did choose. She chose. She said, "Let me just get this 4 hurdles and break the world record."
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
like,
yeah. But if she said, "Let me choose the 400," and went and won that, then I could give her the respect that you're giving her of being the best in the 400. But
hey,
she
sit
didn't do
tight,
that,
sit
so
tight.
Paulino gets that.
She may do
You
that.
got to
She may
prove
do
it,
that after she may do that after she damages Paulinho in the 4
but she
at
hasn't
Grand
done it
Slam
yet.
track this year.
She hasn't done it.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Only said Yaroslava broke the 37-year-old world record. Stop the cap, Anson. Yo, that's huge.
Yo, that
Look, if
matters.
she
Like I
won,
said,
I'm not saying I'd be mad if she won. Yo, out in the game, why are you being so defensive? Why are y'all so defensive? I'm
I'm not.
saying,
I'm
look,
just saying,
she
how
can
are you
win,
not going to give it to
but I
Mondo?
think Sydney
That's
should win.
crazy to me.
Nah, it's too easy, man. It's too easy.
That's crazy.
It's unfortunately it's too easy for him right now. Someone's got to challenge that guy.
Yeah. So
And
are you not going to give it to Bolt when he was dominating? Are you not going to give Michael Phelps awards? Like what? Why
I
is
think
they're
I
just that
think
good, bro?
I think in
Michael
certain
Jordan was the
seasons,
same way, and that's your guy.
I think in certain seasons I wouldn't give it to Bolt.
Wow. So 2009,
And
you wouldn't give it.
there were certain seasons that Michael Jordan didn't win the MVP.
I know, but
There's
not when he
certain
was like murdering everybody.
the best don't always win these awards. It's not about that.
I know, but when they're at their peak, destroying people, like what a world record is, how do you not give it to them? When Jordan's going 37 in the finals a game, how do you not give him the MVP?
Hey man,
When Bolt's running 9.5 and 19.1, how do you not give him the
oh,
athlete of the year?
that you definitely have to give it to him that year. That year
It's
you
the same
definitely have to do
thing.
it.
It's the
It's
same thing.
not.
This man jumped like 6'2" something, like
I get it.
6'25" or something like
I
that.
get it. But you can't compare it to Bolt. It's 2 events, dog. Bolt did 2 events and obliterated 2 world records.
A sprinter bias, bro.
Come on.
You're putting.
It's not sprinter
Obviously,
bias. If Mondo's breaking 2 world records in 2 different events, then that's
he
a
can't.
totally
He
different
can't.
world.
He's a
That's
jumper.
my
He's a
point.
specialist.
That's my point.
He's
So
a
if someone
special.
does that,
So then sprinter's always going to get the preference.
no, I disagree. I'm saying
When
if someone came
when
out of
does it play
nowhere, if someone
do anything else? There's nothing that's close to the skill level.
I just told you if Sam came out of if Sam had come into the season and defeated Mondo, overcame
So Mondo
something, that would
can't
be
win. Only
something.
someone who beats Mondo can win.
Mondo's won it twice already. But I
But
mean,
for
what
this
he's doing
year,
right now, I don't think it's as impressive as before. And when I say that, when I say not as impressive, I'm not saying it isn't impressive. What I'm saying is, if someone's doing something easily, comparing that to when someone has to overcome something, when someone has to overcome it, that has the edge for me.
okay.
I think
So
that has the edge for everybody.
if Fem could beat Sydney, then she would be your
Oh, 100%.
athlete of the year.
100%.
So then
She
Sydney
would
can't get
definitely
it
be.
either. Sydney can't get it either. She dominated
But
everybody.
I said Sydney was running all kinds of different events, though. Sydney ran the 4
So
and the
her
deuce.
doing little exhibition meets in LA in
And
a
beating the
B
best
race
people in the world. Yeah, that's a factor.
when they're okay. Gabby ran 22.4, bro. It's not that impressive.
It was headwind.
Barely.
No, I think it was the Sydney factor. I think when people were racing against her, they don't run well.
No, it's the fact that Sydney was primed and ready to go.
Arguable. It's arguable.
She
Oh my gosh. So
she was
Sydney was
ready.
primed and ready to go.
She's probably seeing how fast she was in practice and like, all right, let me pull up to a 200. Gabby was
Okay,
probably like, all right, let me peak for the trials.
so it wasn't
So
April for everybody. It wasn't April for everybody.
it was. But you're
Okay, so
overstating
that's a
how
bad
great
excuse.
that race was.
That's a bad excuse. I think
Okay,
that she got beat really badly.
she did. She
Gabby
did.
got beat really badly,
She did.
and Sydney ran very, very fast into a headwind.
She did. It
So
was
it wasn't
impressive.
slow.
No,
If
it
you take
was
that headwind
nice.
away, that's definitely 21 seconds. And to run 21 seconds in April is extremely impressive, dog.
Okay.
Now to do that, and it's not even your main event, and then you still jump into a 400 sometimes, and you're rolling. She went to New York and ran. I don't remember the time she ran. Chat, y'all can let me know. She ran 40, 49 low.
48-7.
She ran 48.7. Her first 400 of the year. Wasn't that her first or second? That was her first 400 of the year. 48.7 in New York. The weather wasn't even all that good.
Who did she
And
beat?
then, okay, but uh, in the case where you're not beating people, you have to put something on the clock, and she did that.
So what do you think the world record is when Mondo's doing that? Like every time out. Nobody's
Look
close,
at
so he's just breaking the world
my
record.
basic point is if you're comparing Mondo and Sydney as far as being dominant, it's not like Sydney only ran the 4 hurdles this year. Mondo only pole vaulted. Not his fault. That's what he does. Sydney doesn't do that. She does the 4 hurdles and she does the four. She runs extremely fast in the four. She ran 48.7 in one race. And then also in the 200, she is beating the best women in the world. She beat 2 medalists in that race. That's a factor. I think that her versatility comes into play.
So what about the fact that Mondo actually competes day in and day out? Like Sydney did all
Hey,
this great stuff, but it was like
I think that's
seldom.
good that he
It
does
was
that.
like
I think that's good that he does that.
she ran like what, 6 races? Mondo's consistently from the indoor season,
She didn't run just
outdoor
6
season.
races.
Okay, a little bit more
She
than
ran
that,
way
but
more than that.
still, six like
No, I
6
think way more
meets.
than that. No,
No,
I
meet
think it's way
wise.
more than that. Yeah.
Say it. Trials, Paris, Brussels, New York, LA. What else? That's 5.
She ran that ATL meet. Well, ATL meet was
Win,
that?
win.
The what's the name of that 400 meter? Why am I forgetting his name right now? It's
Edwin
really bad.
Moses.
The Edwin Moses. Yeah, the Edwin Moses
That was this year.
meet. She ran there. Yeah.
When
Wasn't
she
it?
run? I thought that was last year.
She ran the 400, I think.
No, you just said that she only ran one 400 or two
No, her
400s. I
opening
mean,
400. Her opening 400, she ran 48.7, I believe.
hold on.
Or maybe
Let
her
me go
opening
to Sydney
400 was
Bobby.
in no, she ran the 4 hurdles at Edwin Moses. She ran the 4 hurdles there. Edwin Moses.
Okay, so that's 6 meets. Mondo's been to like 30 if you include indoors,
Okay.
murdering everybody left, right, and center.
Okay. Yo, that's a positive for Mondo.
So,
All in the game said Mondo literally had the perfect season. I'm not
he
disputing
did,
that. Look it, we're not even arguing here. All I'm saying is he's not being challenged. I think being
but
challenged
he
is a
pulls up to
factor.
everything possible and wins it. With him not being challenged, that's
Yeah,
still
I
impressive.
agree. But if you're not being challenged, the only way that can continue, you can impress me in some other way is if you're dominant in other events, or not dominant. If you do dominate, not
Hold
dominant,
up.
if you dominate in
That
other
22.0
events.
wasn't her first 200. She ran 22.38 at Occidental
Okay.
and
But I wasn't saying that. I
12.71
wasn't saying that
hurdles.
was her first 200 though. I said that was her first 400. I didn't say that was her first 200.
Oh yeah, she did go to
I said she beat the best
Edwin
people in the world.
Moses.
She beat Bridget. She beat 2 medalists. Come on, man. Don't be disrespectful.
I'm not. She's the GOAT, but I'm
What
just saying. You're
you
giving her
asked
too
me
much.
what I got against Paulino. I got nothing against Paulino, but what you got against Sydney? Because
Nothing. I just said she's the GOAT.
she's not I didn't hear
Sydney's
you say
amazing.
that at all.
I just
I've
said that
never
right
heard you
now.
say
She's the
anything like
GOAT.
that. You've said that in
Sydney's
this
amazing.
moment.
Sydney is the best athlete in the sport.
All right, man. Look, man, all I'm saying is Sydney there's reasons for her to win with female athlete of the year, and there's reasons I see why Tobago should win the male athlete of the year. Unfortunately,
my
Mondo would
pick
be on the
was
short end of the
Sydney. I
stick on
picked
that, and
Sydney.
it's not a fault. Yeah, but you're trying to say I can't pick
I'm just
Sydney
saying,
if I
how
don't
do you
pick Mondo.
discredit Mondo and not Sydney? Is what I'm trying to
I'm
say.
not discrediting him. I'm not discrediting him. I'm simply stating that Sydney is way more versatile than he is.
Well,
So
he's more consistent.
yeah, it's easy to be consistent when you're doing one thing.
Okay. Well,
I don't know if you can argue that she's more consistent in her actual event.
nah, because he competes more, so he has more consistent
I think
performances.
there's more opportunities for the Boa as well. I don't think many competitions have 4 hurdles.
Yeah, but your whole argument is that she does multiple events, so she could just pull up to the 400, whatever. They don't have the
Yeah,
400 hurdles. She doesn't
yeah,
do it
she does a
though.
bunch of things, huh?
Yeah, so she should be running way more then.
Look, Aaron, we're gonna see what happens. Let me tell the viewers when the actual voting closes. The voting closes on November 10th, I believe. But let me make sure. Yes, voting closes Sunday, November 10th at 11:59 p.m. Central Eastern Time, and the actual World Athletics Awards. World Athletics. I had this handy already. Awards. The actual World Athletics Awards are going to be revealed in Monaco. They're going to have another ceremony. And it's going to be on Sunday, December 1st.